Alright, so I'm back. What I'm gonna do now is I cut the exhaust in half because it was too long, and I don't even know if you guys could even tell, but that portion right there is what I cut off of the exhaust. So I would say I would say about 40% off, but I just made it long enough so that the piece that attaches to the muffler that sits on the passenger peg to hold it in place, that it'll be long enough to grasp that. So that's what I cut off. That's the material they pack inside of it to baffle it. And then in the middle of the pipe, that pipe right there runs through, and then it's wrapped by this material right here. It looks like almost like steel wool. So as you guys can see, I cut it, and I fit back the piece on there. As you guys can see, it's a little crooked, but once I put the silver piece on, this piece right here, you won't be able to notice that. So all that's basically left for me to do is, I'll show you guys, fit this piece around, put it in the right spot, drill the holes, and then rivet it back in place. So the tools I use is a cut-off wheel to cut it. I use a Dremel to smooth out anything from the cut for the exhaust, and then those are the Dremel right there I'm using. As you guys can see, sorry, that's the rivets I'm using. As you guys can see, it's a medium-sized rivet, and here's a picture of one right there. And then of course the drill. For the medium-sized rivet, I'm using an 1164 drill bit. So I'm gonna cut it right here and drill the holes, and once I've had it drilled, then I'll come back. Alright, so I'm back. So I ran into some problems when I started trying to drill. What I realized was that, or what I found out was that a regular drill bit wasn't able to penetrate. I forgot that the canister is titanium, so a regular iron bit won't penetrate, so you'd have to go and get a cobalt. So I went to Home Depot and got a 1164 cobalt bit. So I put a few in already. So right here I drilled the hole so I could give you guys a demonstration of how to put in the rivets. And FYI, the 1164 is a little bit too small. It could have been a little bit bigger, but what I found was when I measured the hole and actually drilled them, it was off a little bit. So it being a little smaller actually helped. And then I could kind of go into the hole and kind of go towards the direction I want, and enlarging it that way so that it was centered. Okay, so now I'm going to give a demonstration of how to rivet. So the riveted is basically, once you have the hole drill, you just got to fit the rivet in. See, that one's not fitting, so I'm going to have to drill it out a little bit. So okay, so I'm back. So I was able to actually drill the hole out so the rivet fits in. So just pop the rivet in like that. Then see the rivet tool here, and move it back a little bit so you guys can see. And they have different rivet tools, but I borrowed this one from my mechanic. And you just want to make sure you push the rivet firm against what you're trying to put it in. And then just pump. See that? So that's it. So I just got one more, two more, three more to do, and I'm done. So I'm not going to show you guys how to put in the other rivets, because I mean it's basically just drilling, making sure the hole is big enough, putting the rivet in. So my next portion is I'm just going to show it once it's installed on the bike. Alright, and what it sounds like. Okay, so I'm back. so you guys could see what the exhaust look like. Not too bad, right? It looks much better. I think the other one was it was long like to out here, so it looks much better. All right, so I'm gonna turn it on now so you guys could hear what it sounds like. Not too loud. Yeah, I think it looks much better. I was gonna paint it black, but I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Alright, let me know what you guys think.